Hi again. My name is Rebel and I am the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing my what sold for last week, which would be July 4th through the 7th, Monday through Thursday. Went yard selling today. It's been a while since I've actually recorded a video because when Robert left last week to go surprise his parents, we had pre-recorded a whole bunch of videos, and then I've not had to do anything for a week, so it's just kind of odd to sit down here, other than my live, just to sit here and actually record after a week. But we went out sourcing today. It was terrible. We did buy some clothes, which, if you see the pile back there, it ain't getting any better. But we're going to get it worked on. Gonna get it going. I've been listing like crazy, just kind of trying to get ready for fourth quarter, and that's how everybody needs to be focusing right now. Get your stuff listed for fourth quarter. Get it done. And then I'm trying to get a whole bunch of cross listing. I say I'm going to be doing all of this daily, but I am trying to get some stuff listed on all of my platforms. Bonanza's dead, and I don't have to do anything with it anyway, but Facebook has been really slow for me. I finally made a sale on Poshmark, my first one for the entire month, but I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I sent out 367 offers to likers on Poshmark this morning. I was like, Robert, can you imagine if all of them sold? All right, I have 40 things I'm going to share with you. Of course, almost all of them are on eBay. I did have an Etsy sale, a Facebook sale, and 2 Mercari sales. So, you know, they all add up. Even though eBay is my primary, just all of these ones on other platforms add up also. So, I'm thrilled, even as few as I'm getting right now. But the hope still is get as many cross-listed as I can to the other platforms, which just opens up these items for more people to see them. Because I know, like, for me, I hate to say this, when I'm shopping for something online, my first place to go to is Amazon and then eBay. I can honestly say I haven't shopped on these other platforms before, but I know there are other people out there where their first place to go will be Poshmark or Mercari. You know, everybody has their set things that they like to shop from. But I don't buy a whole lot of, if I'm buying stuff online, it's my boxes and my packaging material, and every once in a while something different. But I don't do a whole lot of online shopping anyway. If I can't find it at a yard sale, then I probably don't need it, except for stuff for the business. All right, so let me go ahead and show you some of my treasures that I sold. A lot of plush. First item is this Fairview, which is a vintage brand, pink rabbit. It's 12 inches tall, and it had a cute little plastic basket. I sent out an offer of $15, which the buyer accepted. You're going to see a whole lot of offers that I sent out. This is a Sesame Street sheet set. I don't remember where I got that. I'm thinking at an estate sale for a couple of dollars, but it was a flat fitted and 2 pillowcases. It sold for $44.95. This, I contemplated taking the dress off. I bought a whole bunch of Snoopy outfits, but this isn't from that lot. This was a Peanuts Snoopy Belle dog plush with the cute little dress on. The dog was not in great condition. I just decided to leave the dress on it. Hopefully, you know, drawing somebody, if they want to buy it, you know, for the dress, not a biggie. Because the dress sells for probably about that much also. But if they wanted the plush, good. It sold for $8.96. I keep looking at my board because I used to write everything down now, but now I have this handy dandy marker tool. And this is, we went to an estate sale, and it's in one of our haul videos, but I walked by this Sunbeam Mixmaster because I didn't see the beaters in there. But come to find out, it was actually sitting on a box of things that had the paddles, the beaters, you know, the bread paddles, the and a whole bunch of accessories, add-ons. This was part of that lot. We paid $5 for all of it. I did sell this slicer shredder attachment for $11. Again, if you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping. So when I say it sold for $11, the buyer also paid shipping. A caveat to all of that is I do have probably about 150 listings that I did an experiment on a couple of months ago to see if anything that was free shipping would actually sell. I think I've sold 4 things total in, what, 2 months that were free shipping. So I just haven't taken the time to go back in and change it all. I might not. I just might let them float. Now this, I picked these up at an estate sale. I'm pretty sure I paid either a quarter or 50 cents for each package. I picked up 5 of these. Now these were the Christmas bulb replacements. They were by Kmart. I went ahead and listed them for $9.95, and then I took a best offer for someone who bought all 5 of them. So they ended up paying $38.75 plus shipping for the 5 sets of Christmas lights. So definitely keep your eyes out for them. What I would, for me, if it says Kmart, which isn't around here anymore, or they look vintage, if they are odd colors, not just the normal, you know, clears or all reds, but like these were different. They looked unique. So I went ahead and just listed each of them separately because I knew somebody would come along and probably want as many as I had, and that's exactly what happened. They weren't listed very long at all. In fact, you can see right there, I listed them July 2nd, and they sold right after there. Now this is one of the Monet trinket boxes that I picked up at an estate sale. I picked up, I think, 7 of them for $5 each. I've sold a couple of them. This was the pumpkin trinket box, and it sold for $33. Now this I picked up at a yard sale. I paid a quarter for it. I thought it was unique. It had the happy face. I like to buy the plush that have the happy smiley faces. So I went ahead and picked this up also. I thought maybe it was missing a lid, but I don't believe it is. But it was by Decca, and it was called a Footsie Cup, and there were comps on it. And I ended up selling it for best offer of $20. Now this is a Cabbage Patch doll. This one actually had this music sound box that went inside of it. The sound box did work, and I think I had a video in there of it working, yes. And I think that does help. I ended up sending out an offer of $30 for it because I've had it listed for a while and they accepted. $30 for a Cabbage Patch. Now this, Robert picked it up at an estate sale. I want to say we paid either $6 or $8 for it. It was in its original box, but this is a child size Crimson Tide football outfit. There were comps for it on eBay, so I went ahead and listed it high. I did send out an offer of $65, which they accepted, and it was actually going to a APO address, which is probably military people stationed overseas. So, but I didn't keep it in its original box. I think it would have just made it too large. I think at this size, when I took it out of that box, I was able to get everything packed into a large priority box. Now this I picked up at an estate sale. I paid $1 for it. I bought a bunch of just really cute cups. None of them were grand as far as the comps, and I've had them listed for a little while. If you notice in my condition, if I don't have a box for cups or anything like that that could have came in a box, I usually put that in there because you wouldn't believe how many questions I get. Is the box included? So I almost always will put no box. I ended up sending out an offer of $11 on this, which they accepted. Now, I sold both of these. I picked up these Breyer horses at an estate sale. I bought these two that I'm going to show you the first day, so I paid $6 each, and then I picked up some more of them on the half price day for $3 each. But these two I listed about the same time, and they both sold this past week. This was a vintage Breyer donkey. It sold for best offer of $30. The other one's in here somewhere. This, you know me, I love to pick up the advertising, plush, cups, mugs, anything. This was Spotless Carpet Cleaner. It was a Frog Golf Club cover. And I sent out an offer of $15 on it, which was accepted. This is one of the clothing items that sold. This was a women's LL Bean jacket. We paid a couple of dollars for it. It was dirty when we picked it up, but got it washed and listed, and it sold relatively quickly in the middle of summer. They did take a best offer of $16. This is Walmart. Love Walmart plush. This was a 14-inch cute little gray rabbit. It sold for $18.55. This is Animal Fair. I like that brand. It's usually probably 70s as far as I think dating it. There was a whole series of these dinosaurs that were that came out at that time. This one had some condition issues and did need to be repaired. I think I've had it listed so long, it was before I have the lady who now fixes my plush for me. So it took a while to sell, but it eventually did sell for $18.55. I'm pretty sure most of this plush that I'm selling, I've paid probably $1 or less for it, either at yard sales, estate sales, or the Goodwill bins outlets. Now this, I think this is the last of them. I went to a yard sale, or I think it was like a, not an estate sale, but like a bunch of people from a business got together and had this yard sale. I bought a bunch of Legos. I ended up paying, I want to say like $40, but I got like 6 different sets. I don't think any of them were in the box. I've sold all of them, and then this was the last one. It was the toy grocery shop. It was incomplete. I think I took pictures showing exactly which pieces were missing. And then RJ put this together for me, and it sold for $32. I haven't even touched those Legos that I picked up when we went up to Cincinnati. I've got to get working on that next. Now this is Gund. His name is Abner Smoothie. It's a gray rabbit hand puppet. All of that information was on the tag, and he sold for $36.22. So definitely keep your eyes out for this gray rabbit. That's Gund. Did I say Gund? Who knows? Now this is Lindsay. I'm not quite sure. I have found quite a few pieces that are Lindsay. I kind of put it in the like Kelly toy quality. You know, it's a 12-inch giraffe, and it sold for best offer of $12. And then I think I picked this up at an estate sale for like $1 one time. I don't normally pick up belts, but for some reason, maybe it was in a box with some other stuff. I do not remember. It did finally sell for best offer of $15. Now this is Bandai Strawberry Shortcake. This was the Strawberry Land Phillies Cherry Vanilla pony. This was from that churchyard sale that I went to, I want to say last year, early last year. I paid $5 per item, bought a bunch. I think I spent $120 just on Strawberry Shortcake. I think I'm down to 1 or 2 left. This pony did sell for best offer of $52. Now, here's the other briar that I paid $6 for at an estate sale, and I took a best offer of $40 for it. Now this is Kenner Hug-a-Bunch. This is the Tweaker doll. Doesn't have its baby, didn't have its clothes. It did sell for $23.20. I pick these up quite often. Usually I find them at the bins, or I can get them at estate sales for a couple of dollars. They're about $20 if it doesn't have much with it, but if you can find them in good condition with their babies and their outfits, usually you can get like 25 to 30 for them. There may be some more rare ones. This is a Care Bears Harmony Bear. It's from 2017, so more contemporary. I ended up sending out a best offer of $10 for it. This probably picked it up at the bins. Just kind of seemed like an odd thing, but I'm pretty sure when I picked it up, I remember seeing Imperial, and I know Imperial is a vintage brand that I often look for, but it's like the plastic stuff. This is just only from 2014, but it was called a Fatimal, and it sold for $11.11. This is a sealed card deck by Camel. I picked up a handful of them at an estate sale one time for a couple of dollars, and slowly there was some that were from casinos and stuff like that, but this was the Camel one, and it sold for $9.25. Now this is Gund Personalities B Rattle Plush, little toy, 5 inches. It sold for best offer of $15. This, I must have picked this up at an estate sale in a box lot. I think I paid $3 for all of it, but the little figures, I might have paid like 50 cents each. I just decided to keep it all together, and took a best offer of $30 for it. And of course, it sold while Robert was gone, so I had to pack this all by myself. But they were small. These aren't the big porcelain houses. Now this is Kids Preferred. It's just a Rattle Bear plush, 8 inches from 2005. It sold for $9.25. This was Fisher-Price Little People. Y'all know I love them. I buy them all the time. Usually I put them like in lots. If they're just more common, I put them in like lots of 2, and I'll list them for like $9.95. I ended up taking a best offer of $7 on this little Sonia with a basket full of kittens. All right, this is Ty Pillow Pals. This was Chops, who was a little sheep with the black face. Loved it. 2001, did not have its ear tag. I always put that in the listing. Sold for $9.25. Here's this. I was so excited when I found this. Got it at, I think, a yard sale. Paid $1 or $2 for it. It had lots of issues. A lot of the embroidery was kind of like strings were coming loose. Still sent out a $26 offer, which was accepted. Yo Gabba Gabba. I talk about them. Wow Wow Wubsy, Rubba-Dubbers, any of these cartoons that technically are no longer on TV, but a lot of kids like to watch the DVDs and VHSs on them, so I'm always on the lookout. This was a Ty beanie. This is Plex from Yo Gabba Gabba, and it sold almost immediately for best offer of $10. No ear tag. This is Fisher-Price Snug-a-Monkey. There is a whole series of Snug-a-Monkey between Plush and like here's a little Rattle. I think there's other like teethers and stuff like that. But it's just this cute little monkey face. Looks pretty much just like that in all forms. This sold for $7.39. Pretty sure I picked it up at the bins, so I don't have very much in it at all. This is Little Beginnings. I find these quite often. There's a whole series of different animals with a little lovey that's attached to them. Again, this one was just picked up recently. Probably paid $1/4 for it. Got it washed, dried, good to go. Sold for $9.25. And they're so easy. And then I just put them in like a 9x12 poly bag, and off they go. This too sold while Robert was gone. These Libby Country Garden juice glasses. We got these, a whole bunch of different types of glasses at an estate sale. I don't even know why I kept this daggone box with them. That really made it difficult to get it packed. I ended up just kind of collapsing it a little bit and sticking it in a corner, and then just wrapped each of the glasses separately in bubble wrap, and then cushioned everything. It still fit in a priority box because these are little 4-inch juice glasses. But sometimes I wonder, what am I thinking? Because I don't think it added any value. They're probably just going to throw this box away. But it was Libby. And then last thing on eBay was this, I say Marshawn. I don't know. I've picked up this brand a couple of times. They're from the 80s. This is called a Hug-a-Pup 7-inch plush. It sold for $27.85. Oh, I have to tell you guys, I'm loving my Facebook group, okay? It's the Rebel Reseller Hangout, and one of the ladies remembered me talking about, what's it called? Snoozums, little snoozums, and she found one today at the Goodwill bins. That's like $100+ item. Snoozums, Snozems. I'll have Robert put something up here for you guys. Snoozums. See, so just listening to all the different brands I talk about, especially on the days on the solds. You know, keep them in your brain. Marshawn. All right, Etsy. Etsy's been slow for me, but I have been trying to put a couple of listings on there a couple of times a week. I'm not going to say daily. But I did pick this up recently. I want to say it was $1 or $2. I'm trying to remember where I picked it up. Pretty sure it was an estate sale. It worked sporadically. In my eBay listing, I think I had a video of it showing that it worked, but then all of a sudden it would stop working. But you can't do that. I couldn't figure out how to put a video on Etsy. It wasn't, if I did it the way I normally do through the editor program that I use, it wouldn't attach. Nevertheless, it still sold on Etsy for $44.95. Definitely keep your eyes out for the older Furbies. The newer ones do okay too. But even if they're broken, even if they don't work, still list them. Still list them. And then, y'all, I think I've had this since before I moved to this house. So over 12 years. And I think I still have a couple more. I picked them up, I think, at the Goodwill bins at some point. They're just these little keepsake books. This one was called My Family. Sold on Facebook for $4. A one and only sell on Facebook. Facebook's slow for me right now. And then 2 on Mercari. This is Ty Beanie Boo. I know I said on my last video that, you know, I like the Pillow Pals, the Pluffies. But I'll still list the Beanie Boos, and I'll still list, if I pick them up, you might as well list them. It might be that you kind of like pick something like lions and tigers, you know, jungle animals or farm animals. Go ahead and put them in small lots. You know, try to at least get your money back plus a little extra. You know what I mean? If you've got them, still list them. I wouldn't redonate them, but, you know, they are slower sellers. I do sell them, though, on Facebook Marketplace. And look, here's a Beanie Boo from 2017. It sold for $5. I'm okay with that. It didn't, you know, this one did have its ear tag. But go ahead and list them for $5. You've got them, you know, unless you're like really limited on how much items you can list. you know, on Mercari and Plush, there's no limit. You're not paying. Like with eBay, you might have limits as far as how many items you can do for free listings. But Mercari, list them on Mercari. They sell. And then Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is one of the large, like pillow type size plush, 15 inches. It did have a little sound box that talks. I think when you hit it, you know, it made noises like you're fighting. From 2014, it sold for $10. All right, I think that's it. Robert's going to try to get this edited and out today. I think he's got a martial arts thing tomorrow. So I'm going to be going out yard selling by myself. I'll probably head into one of the towns near us since we went to our town today and it was terrible. Terrible. But hopefully tomorrow will be better. All right. Let's all get to work, right? Bye.